Hello, welcome to the stream. It's your host, Cyberdragon. I'm here today to continue the hide and seek game that we've been making bit by bit. And I think today will be the final day I'll be working on it. Going to try to get a whole game flow happening and capturing happening. And if that all works out, then all the logic is there to make all sorts of variations of this game. So we're going to play around with that today and make sure it all ties in. And yeah, thanks for tuning in today. Hope everyone's going well. Bedact, welcome. So we're going to just quickly test play this one, and I'm going to make sure that we have our multiplayer logic. Basically, we're going to have to make all 20 presets work because they're all kind of random, so each player number is not working exactly the same, and we just want to make sure that it's all equal and they all have the abilities, and then we can do the capturing. So this is all good, it's all working, and we do have the function over here, I believe, that ends the game. Yep. And that one didn't get rid of this, but we didn't set up the preset to be the same compared to last stream. So we're going to do that first. Find the right preset that actually works. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we do the other ones. I don't think we got past like 14. I think the updated one is 13. So we're going to check that out. And if that's the right one, we'll copy them over to all the other presets. So this one's 19, 18, or 17, 18, 20. So 19 didn't come out. That's the one we're missing. 16, 15, 14, 13. Okay, cool. Now this one looks like it's correct. And we have the right tag, which is just A13. And I think that's all it requires. A12. So if we duplicate A13, actually, we could just replace all assets that have this, and I don't think we use this anywhere else, so that's fine. So what I'll do here is replace asset with H13 and then click replace all, and let's see if it works. So you can see one by one, each one is being replaced with the preset, so that way we don't have to do it manually. And all we do once this process is finished is just change the tags and save over the individual presets. And that should give everybody the same functions where they can go faster, I think. We could add more functions of slowing players down. I don't think I added that part in. Let me have a look. Slow shot. I guess we did. And I think this here is, even though we replaced it and it's added all of these, this doesn't make any sense. It's not even in numbered order, but they're all H13. I'm very confused. So we've got the speed cooldown. We've got player 12 on this one. And this one over here is player 12. Okay, that's the same. Player 12P2. Player 12. So we've got all these different messages on each one. I guess they manually need to be changed, but I don't understand why these ones here are all different, considering we've told it to replace from the same preset. So that's kind of unusual. Oh, it is what it is. Let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll change all of these to be the right tag and name. And then we'll replace all of the presets and see if they work. At least on a basic level. And if there's enough people on at this time of day and you want to help test this out, let me know in chat. And when this is ready, I will share a link in today's stream so we can all hop on and see if it actually functions or not. And I have collisions as well. I don't think the original ones had collisions. Just going to double check that one. This one had collisions. All right. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're up to here. 10, and this one's a 10. 11, a 11. A 12. And 12. 13 and 13. Don't need to change the original. 14 and a 14. 15 and a 15. 16 and a 16. 17 and a 17. 18 and a 18. 19 and a 19. The last one here is 20 and a 20. Cool. Just holding down shift. Alright, is an easy way to do this. There we go. And we're just going to remove collisions. So that's good. And now we just need to see what's going on with this thing here. It's saying to include tags 3, spawn A3. This is a projectile. I don't think that projectile is a player 12P1. Let's see where that goes. I guess I'll fix it up and see what's happening. So there's 20 receiving the same message. There's nothing sending it though. So I don't know why they're listening for that unless they're coming out of an asset spawner. So we have message broadcaster, asset spawner. Here we go. So slow projectile and another one. So let's see what the projectile looks like. Slow projectile. We'll bring that out. It doesn't have any tags. Collision is minus speed on whoever it hits. Okay, okay. Do we have any rules for this? Let's zoom out and have a quick look. So we've got compare numbers, and it lets us know with the seeker number. Here we go, we've got player P1. If it equals to 1, we send player P1. That's when you shoot with key 1. So we use key 1. This is what happens. And then we have that for P2 as well, or is it just P1? It's just P1. And then we have P2 for 11. P2 is slow, isn't it? I think it is. So player 11. So if we go player 11 P2, see where that's going. So the thing that's sending it is the compare rules, and the thing that's receiving it is nothing. All right, we kind of need to work this part out. And what's this tag, right? So this tag is looking for 3, and then it sends spawn A3. So I don't know what's going on there. I've completely forgotten what all this is. We probably need to capture the enemy with this. And we can't exactly add a tag to them. You can in 0.11, but not in this version. So I'm just wondering, how do I do it in 0.10? Interesting. All right, we've got speed. So I think speed is triggered by pushing a button down. And it's sending that message here. So player 12 P1, which is over here. We just need to go ahead and extend that, because I don't think we have for all 20. We only have it for spawn seeker. Okay. Yeah, we only have it for 11. I'll bring this down here and come back to that. All right, so we're going to duplicate 12 and player 12 P1. And we'll go ahead and do this for all 20 of them. Hey Tom Voxel, Batman, Dell, how's it going? Play for fun. Welcome. Once I get this working, I will send a link in chat. We can all test it out to see if it works. It's the easiest way to problem solve. $17. 18. 19. And 20. All right, gonna go ahead and save this. And then we're going to change the messages on the speed, so at least everyone has a speed increase. and we'll have a different sort of map. So we won't worry about the keys today. I have put the logic there to show you that it can be done, but I just want to see if the whole capturing someone and then them being able to be a seeker kicks in, and then we can go from there. All right, we've got speed. We've got the projectile. And we got the slow. And we got the volume. So this one here, yeah, I don't know how to put a tag on someone to look for them when you're trying to hunt them down. We'll check out something in a moment. I'll leave these out as well and we'll revisit it. So the only individual message that needs changing is the asset spawner and the speaker, right? So asset spawner has its own message. Speaker has its own message. Everyone else is fine. This is all fine. This one here, I think, so this one here needs its own message for the speed. And this one here is fine. So it's the middle two. And this one here. So this one says spawn A3. And I don't know where that goes. So we're just going to quickly check that. Spawn.A3. So this thing here is receiving. And this is what brings out the actual, yeah, I see. When game starts, it's on. Yep, all right. Game started, and we'll put here a toggle for end game. So we'll send a message when the game has ended and turn these off. But this is what's been seeked. And when it spawns, it should turn it off as well. Let me just quickly check that. We'll go back to it using this. So toggle off is toggle 3 off. So spawn A3. Here it's going to do toggle spawn A3 and toggle off, toggle 3 off. So here it will trigger volume. It detects A3, sends a message A3. All right, where does A3 go? So receiving A3 is this message here, which is to say message to send is TP hiders. Okay, so there will be some sort of messages that need changing there. And spawn A3, preset H3. Spawn A4. We need some sort of middleman for this as well. But let's go back to this and we'll fix this up. Just wanted to see what to do with this. So this is the box that will be in front of the avatar that's seeking. If it runs in front of an enemy in front of here, it will trigger to spawn their box, which will then spawn on top of them as well. The only thing is, if they're holding the key or something, okay, not in this version, we've got no key, but that's another thing we'll have to think of a solution for. If they're already holding something and you capture them, the thing that you spawn won't go on top of them because they've already got something in their hands, I believe. But that's okay, that's something we can work out later. That's what's going on. Okay. So each one has its own. Yep. So that's all good. Don't need to worry about that. But this is individual. All right, so it's just these two I need to worry about. There's a whole bunch stacked here. So I don't need to change anything there. That's fine. Okay, so is it 2 messages on that one and 1 message on this one? Okay, let's do this. So that's player 1 P1. Is this not the right message? Oh, wait. Ooh. So I got dots in between. Is that not the case over here? No, there's no dots. So why is there a dot all of a sudden here? Did I stuff that up? I think I did. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll just have to be mindful that there's dots after 11. So I will now do that. Copy. So we got 1 on the top and 2 in the one underneath it. So we're going to have that here and that here. All right, next one is 2. So we're going to change this last digit to 2. We're going to copy it and then bring it to the middle one. So we're going to paste it up on the top and paste it here. Just going to double check that there's only 2. It saves me from pushing the edit button each time. Yep, so that's good. So if I didn't have to push edit logic here, it would have been even faster. Player 3. Player 3 and player 3. Player 4 for this one. And then the middle one here is player 4. Player 4. Okay, good. Player 5. Player 6. Player 7. Player 8. I think I made a mistake, right? So this one here is different. So we've got 1 up here for speed, which is player push 1. And this one here is push 2 to slowed. So maybe I made a bit of a mistake here. All right, that's good to know. And this one here is 9. All right, so I'll go back and fix that. And this one here is 10. I don't think I'll do more than 10. I can test with 10 and see what the logic does in our online test, and then come back and fix it up. If we happen to get more than 10 players, then it will be an issue. But I don't think we will. Be pretty safe there. All right, so this one needs to be P2. So I'm going to go back to here. And I don't think I have a P2 set up. Just going to double check. So player 1, and you can see nothing here is P2. But player 11 there is, and there's nothing receiving. So we've got to fix all that up. So the first thing to do here is P2 and then P2. So I can delete this one and just move this down a bit. And we can duplicate this thing here. Just duplicate. And I'll bring this over here. And we've got 2 to push down. And that will come over here as P2. I'm just got to change it all to P2 and then change the messages at the bottom from P1 to P2. So when a player pushes 2, it does a different action on the thing that they're carrying. So player 1 dot P2. And just manually change the numbers one by one, going up to reach all of them. Whoops. Up to 20. Doesn't take that long to do. Okay, so we've got all of that done, and now when we push 2, it will send a message out based on the number of your local variable. And now we just have to put them on the slow projectile, and that way we can slow other players down if we're trying to chase them. And that's it, pretty much. And then we save the presets, and then we can test it out. And I'll only do the first 10 again on these ones for the sake of testing. All right, we're up to 7. Okay, we got all 10. I'll save, and then we'll save over each of the presets, and then we'll see if the function works. We also need to detect the player, spawn it, and then turn it off. So I guess if it detects, does it turn off the spawner? So where does it come from? So we got the gap, we got the spawn. So spawn seeker 1, spawn A1, and then we have here, so it detects A1. When A1 is in its sphere, it sends a message A1. So let's see where A1 goes. So receiving A1 is over here. What about A2? Receiving A2. Okay, so how do we toggle off then? What's the case? So we don't re-toggle this each time. So if we have spawn A2, spawn A1, so receiving that is the one that we've got it selected at the moment, and sending it is all of these, right? There's actually 21, so what's the original? That's this one here. So message to send is spawn A1. It comes up to here. What receives it is this. It does an asset spawner. It brings out H1. It detects A1. And then sends the message A1. So A1 should toggle itself off, I think. So that way we don't have to spawn it again. So after spawn A1, it brings out A1. It detects A1. It sends the message A1. So to stop it from spawning again, I think we just do this. And once one of them are spawned, we don't need it anymore. But game started turns on, doesn't matter. We'll figure that out later. I think if the game starts, it's toggling it back on, even for the seeker, I think. That's okay. We can work out that loop in a moment. I'll go ahead and do this for all 20. I would probably have something at 12, A30, at the end of the game that kills anything that's down here that spawned accidentally. Actually, I can even put that on the pickables themselves. I know we did it in the last stream, where the Seeker, when they get teleported out, the box that they're holding is deleted. So I'm just going to make sure that is applied to all of them above before I save them as a preset, just to preserve the game loop. So here we have a... We did have a teleport set up, I'm pretty sure we did. I don't think we... teleported back here. Let's go to debug, counter, components, avatar teleportation. We've got lobby TP, which is not what we want. Seeking area, which is not what we want. TP in-game and TP back. So we've got TP back, which I don't think is where we want to be. I think we want to be over here as TP back. Let's see where that's been sent from. So this one here is TP back. Oh, that was for the testing purposes, right? Don't need that. I'm going to delete that. Wait, Control Z, just want to double check. Yep, we'll get rid of that. Maybe it's a checkpoint. Let me check the checkpoints. What's going on? Off. There we go. Do we have any checkpoints set up? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I don't know what happens when the game ends. But let's do a test anyway. I gotta save these presets again. So this one here is H1, and I gotta save over H1. So I gotta do these for the first 10, and then I can test to see if the loop happens. We also did a way to see if everyone is captured, that it detects that all the players are now being discovered. I don't know how that part's going to work. You probably need some sort of math rule. But yeah. I probably wanted to have all of these invisible too. And this thing here is not meant to be a yellow box. But what can we do to signify a chaser? What can we do? What can we do? If we make this invisible. Actually, if we make it all invisible, and we can put a visual effects on this one. Maybe one visual effect will make it work. We can have an arrow, maybe? Just something basic for now. Arrow marker. To show that they are someone to avoid. I can probably do it a different color, a red or something. Yeah, that will do. Enable that start. Yep. And I'll apply it to all of it. Minus that. VFX. And we'll put the arrow as the visual effect. We want it to be one above. And I can't add the color red, but just want to double check it's one above. Yes, it is. I'm just going to manually add the color, make it red. Again, I will only do the first 10, but I just wanted to do something to let the players know who to avoid, so you know who's chasing you. And if they've got a red arrow above their head, I think that's pretty good just for now, as a quick fix. And the last one here, and then I'll save over the presets again. So that way we don't have to worry about being covered by this box. Now, ideally, you would want to use, instead of a projectile, Raycaster. Because Raycaster is something that, it's like a laser beam in front of you. And if anything touches that laser beam, it detects that and triggers something. And you can have that laser beam as long as you want. So you can have it like just in front of you or across the map. But it's very resource heavy, and I think it still needs more optimization for me to be comfortable using it inside of a an experience. And I don't think I've changed anything for the back ones here, and I'm not going to for this example. So I'm just going to save this now, and I'll do a quick run and see if it works as intended on my own, and then I'll link something in chat if you want to join and check it out and see how it works as multiplayer. Is it fixed sharing link to play in-game client for more than one time? Yeah, so the link is generally exactly the same. It's only valid for 45 minutes, and then the server shuts down and you've got to create a new link. But when you create a new link, I think it's the exact same link. All right, so that is now done. I will hide this. I don't need any of these. I also don't need any of the keys down there either. That's okay. I'm just going to do a quick test. So my local number is 3. I get teleported in here. The countdown begins, and then it will pick a player. I'm the only player, so it's going to look for number 3. Teleport me, and you can see now I've got an arrow kind of above me. Needs some adjusting, but no big deal. And now I'm in the map. If I press 1 on the keyboard, I get 30% speed increase. If I press 2 on the keyboard, I can shoot a projectile in front of me. There's a cooldown And when that cooldown is finished, it will let me know. So here we go. I can keep doing the speed increase. The speed increase is a very short period of time, and the shooting is cooled down as well. It would be nice to have a message to let me know when a cooldown is ready, and they're all little adjustments I can add in the future. But for now, you're just going to have to kind of gauge it. I could probably have a visual indicator. I could probably have some sort of icon pop up. Okay, but that all works. Cool. Now we need to do it so if we run into a player, it tags them as being it as well, and then shuts something off until all players are found. And I kind of don't want the game to begin until there's at least 3 players. So in the game rules, I made it so it's only 1. I can change that for the sake of the test. It's somewhere along here. Where is it? So players add 1, compare. If it's greater than 1 or equal to 1, then start. I can say 3 or 4 players in this case. I don't know how many of you can join, but let's do 3, so that way there's at least a couple of people to hunt and see if it works. There's no real loop, so once all 3 are found, I don't think it will do anything. I need a volume trigger that detects how many tags are still in a map that haven't been captured, and do a comparison. Again, that's easier to do in 0.11. Doing it in 0.10 is a little bit more tricky, but let's see if this basic function works first. So I'm going to go ahead and save, and the game won't begin until 3 people have joined, and then it should pick just 1, and the other 2 should go in, and 1 person should be the person you run away from. So let's test this out. With the player as well, I don't want people to be able to run, so I'm just going to do a actual custom avatar. And with that, I can control the speed. So maybe I can have everything to be at a certain speed, so that way it doesn't so you don't sprint too fast. Let me check again as a test. Just want to make sure this avatar plays correctly. It probably will be moving too slow, but we'll find out. It's loading. It's just taking its time. So it is a little slow. That's sprinting. It's definitely not moving 6 blocks a second like the speed indicates in the settings. So I know that needs some sort of bug report done on it. Let me just change one more setting, and then I'll save it, and we'll do a quick test. So let's just do 8, 8, 8. We'll keep it as 8. Do one more test. I guess that's okay. I'll just quickly check it in the map. Did it not do the RNG? What happened? It didn't do the RNG. Kinda weird. Let's try that again. Yes, this is a special avatar made for one of my game jams a few years ago now. Maybe 3 years ago. Called Dorian. And I made pretty much a Pokemon game back in the day. Gonna check again. Pretty cool, huh? I love it. The RNG is not ticking over. Why is that not ticking over? Did I delete something? Oh, that's because I made it so it needs 3 people for it to begin the countdown. So I don't think the countdown begins at all until it hits 3 people. Silly me, forgot that I just changed the rule for that. Let me check again. Whoops, wait for program. It's crashed on me. Ah, there we go, it's good. All right, I'm going to save, I'm going to create a link, and if you guys, yeah, still showing 1 of 1 at the bottom, you're right. I need to create a variable for that, so the variable is liquid. That's or fluid, I should say. So that is something I can show another time. But if I click on this thing here, I can have 3. Yeah, something like that. But I can do variable and I can have a different number based on how many players. But this will do. Let's see if this function works. So 1 player is a hunter, 2 players are hiding. If you guys want to jump in and test, it will be pretty much the first 3 players in because, yeah, the countdown begins at 3. So here's the link. I'm going to go ahead and load that up myself. So I'm going to click play. And now it should load up. Ah, it needs me to log in. Oh, did that work? There we go. Loading in now. What's that? Tutorial first time? That's not what I wanted to load. Let's load the link. Let's try again. Hopefully it works. Connection error. That's no good. Let's see what happens with me this time. It's trying to connect to the tutorial. That's really weird. Are you getting that same error? Oh, it works for you? I don't know why it's trying to connect to the tutorial, and I'm not clicking the tutorial. Let me try again. Play. Play test, please. Reconnect. Nope. It's not happy. It is not happy. It's 10.10. I haven't got any other version installed. It should be working for me. Play. Do it. Do it now. Ridiculous. I had the same issue yesterday, but I was trying out a different version, but I uninstalled everything and only have version 10. So it's not working for me. I can't even test out my own game. For you, it's stuck on the background screen. VOD says you're in. I was able to log in after closing and reopening the launcher. Alright, I could try that out. Okay, let's try again. Alright, third time's a charm. Nope. Still wants to try to connect to something else. Silly goose. I don't know what's going on my end. I'm in. Okay, 3 of us are in. Alright. I can't even I can't even join my own game. There's something wrong with my computer. I don't think repairing helps either. Let me try. Repair, damn it. Alright. Did it repair? Was that it? Alright, let's play again. No. For me, I think my Game Maker is broken. Can't even test it. Well, if 3 of you are in, check it out. Let me know how it goes. Can you capture each other? You need to pretty much run in front of the other person to capture them. And then you should have infection mode where the next person is also able to catch someone. But that's silly. I can't even join my own test. There's something wrong with Game Maker client on my computer since I installed something before and it conflicted with something. But we are not in Game Maker, we are loaded in Alpha Client. Well, yeah, same here. This is Alpha Client. So the launcher loads this thing here, which is Alpha Client. So yeah, good times. The Sandbox launcher, run launcher, yeah. Even the repair is just instant. It's like, yeah, you got the right version. Let me know how it goes. Is it functioning for you as expected? Any bugs? I'm gonna have to fix the client on my end. Because if I can't test the games, then what's the point? I'm going to try one more time, just in case. Doesn't matter if I get in now, because you guys probably started the game, and there's no loop for it, so I won't be able to even check it out anyway. But yeah. Version ID. GG. Players escaped. What does that mean? Players escaped. Wait, are you guys able to capture each other? So whoever's it is hunting. Can one of you guys like check the seeker and see if it's working? If not, that's okay. I can always do this on a personal stream tomorrow and work out what's going on with the client on my end today. After the first round, all three of us got hunter tag, and we can all use 1 and 3 numbers to speed up and shoot, but we are in the lobby. Okay, so the game ended and you guys are in the lobby. Is that what happened? So the timer ran out, I'm guessing. But you're saying that, yeah, so you can all use 1 to 3 numbers individually, and you were all able to get tagged. So whoever was the hunter was able to capture someone and make them the hunter as well. Is that right? Well, that's good news. That works as intended. Just got to create a game loop now and be able to reset the game to join the new game, and then have all interesting things happen in the map. So the main function of this tutorial series is to create the whole hunter-seeker mechanic, and then infection mode where you capture them and now they're the hunter as well, with the ability to speed up and shoot. You were the hunter, but they escaped. Now all three of us are hunters in a lobby. Nice. All right. So I need to create something that kills off the hunter thing when in the lobby. All right, that's easy done. But that main function of infection is working by the sounds of it. So that's excellent news. You guys can have individual speed ups, individual shooting to slow players down. So yeah, I know what I need to do next stream, which I'll probably do tomorrow or the day after on my personal channel, and we'll kind of like spruce this up and make it all pretty. Sound good? Yeah, I think so. Well, thanks for joining today, guys. Sorry I can't test on a client. I need to fix that up and see what the issue is. If you have any questions and whatnot, you know, just message me on Discord. Happy to help. Talk logic, all things sandbox, and yeah, hope you all have a good one. Take care. Bye bye. I'm back. We're gonna raid, play game for fun, I think. Always forget to raid, but I think we're good now. Raid has been created. Nice. Oh, I see, I see. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I'm gonna raid you anyway. Nothing popped up to say accept the raid, so I don't know if that's worked. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye bye.